Alright, I'm just doing a little update for now. I have scrapped my old idea completely, and now I'm just going to be using these four smaller pieces of rebar as the legs instead, because it was easier to cut them, and I'll just have to bend this taller one, this much taller piece of rebar. Going to be bending that into a square frame to fit on the bottom of the forge, and weld the legs to this, and then weld the forge onto that to make the little leg frame, because the way that I was doing it before with the really big rebar and all that was going to make the entire thing unnecessarily heavy and difficult to make. And then after that, I'm probably going to be using some more rebar to make four little stand things, like like this. Like you would have one here, one going up the other way, and then two in the back as well, to hold up a metal roof thing on top of it. Because the entire reason why I am making this little stand and everything for the forge is because it is getting so hot that it is melting my little tarp canopy thing here. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do that now. And I was gonna just use these two blow torches really quickly to bend, this, just to use that to heat up the spots to bend this thing, but it's kind of windy right now, so I'm probably not gonna do that at the moment. Yes, the can pile is still there. I'm not entirely sure if I'm gonna make a video melting that stuff down or not. Most of the video would end up being like sped up or cut out, just with the putting the cans in the thing and waiting for it to melt and pouring it. And I'm probably not gonna be actually filming much stuff every other week or so, because I would like to be able to record just about all of the blacksmithing that I do, but unfortunately I cannot if I want to still be able to be efficient and make money. I can't be worrying about recording videos and all that stuff all the time. But yeah, just a little update with that. So it'll probably be another good few weeks or so before I get all that done, so see you then. I'm probably not going to be making very many videos in between that time, if any, because I've really just got to get this thing working for now. A good while ago, I welded this plate onto here. You might not be able to see the welds that well. They're not the best welds, but it's enough to... It's definitely solid. But I did that so that I could just set a brick here as a door. And bada bing, bada bing. But yeah. So if my one viewer is ever... my one subscriber is ever watching and wondering anything, you can just ask me in the comments, and I will happily answer it, because these videos I'm not making for money at all, clearly. This is like my second video on the channel, but I'm just doing this to show some people I just stumbled over my words. Show some people what midway blacksmithing might look like. This isn't my starter setup, because my starter setup was even cheaper, but this is like a good midway point. I mean, I wouldn't actually suggest getting a 3-burner forge for your midway setup. All you will ever really need is a 2-burner forge in terms of all that. But yeah, I just got that, and of course my melting furnace hooked up to propane. The can pile underneath that big bit of metal there. And actually, that metal is what some of that metal is what I'm going to use to make the roof for the forge. But underneath that is just a stone wheel grinder, which I might be able to show you real quick. Just a little grinding thing. Use it quite a bit for whenever I'm grinding stuff. At some point, whenever I get more copper here, I'm probably going to make a video melting that stuff down and turning it into more copper bars like this one, and of course aluminum maybe, and all that stuff. And whenever I turn this hammerhead into a real nice blacksmithing hammer, I'm probably going to make a video about that. and everything. And if you're wondering, this is my quenching tank. It's just an old tank of something. I don't know what we used to use it for, but it's just a tank filled with water. It's kind of rusty, but that's fine. That I'm using for a quenching tank. Of course, I got 2 crucibles and a bar mold and some tongs and stuff, that thing, and all sorts of random little things. I got my whatchamacallit here, the belt sander, and a drill press. Whenever you are first starting out with blacksmithing, all that you really need is something like some kind of a forge sort of setup to get stuff hot. Now, what I would actually, I'm pretty sure I already told you this in my last video, but just when first starting out, it's best just to get a bunch of heat-resistant bricks like this. You can get them on Amazon, or you can probably even get them in like a Home Depot or something. They're real cheap, or well, as long as you get the right ones, they're pretty cheap. Make a little box sort of thing out of those and put some coal in it, and that'll work just fine for a starter forge. And in terms of tongs, you don't need these big hunky things. All that you would ever really need are these, whenever you're first starting out anyway. They're pretty good. They can grab stuff real tight. They're pretty comfortable in the hands. They're actually more comfortable than the big ones, but the big ones obviously are more durable and everything like that. That's my neighbor. I don't know if you could hear them or not, but yeah, just if you have any more questions for me, just ask me in the comments and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. But other than that, things are still just kind of going out, working, and trying to get all this done in a timely manner so that I can actually start forging again, because I haven't actually forged anything in like a good while. Eventually here, I'm probably going to be making a short little video thing just showing you what I've made so far and all that, but I guess I'll just see you then and try and get this done in the meantime. So, bye-bye.